Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. I'm Lamar Townsend. I'm a psychic, a tarot reader, an astrologer, and a medium. And let's talk about Donald Trump and the current government shutdown. So, the U.S. government just shut down and hundreds of thousands of workers furloughed, agencies halted, political tempers flaring. Tonight, the tarot will reveal the hidden forces behind this shutdown, what spiritual energy is fueling it, and how Trump's role in all this may shift. Let's see what the cards hold. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what's coming up. Thank you all for being here. I'm not going to waste any time because I got stuff to do, child. All right. But I'm here and I figured I'd do it live rather than record it. So thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and get into this reading on Trump and his usual nonsense, honey. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to book a reading with me, I am available. I would love to read for you. Definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Text me at 703-791-9162. I'm available right now, you all. If you want a reading right now, I'm available. I'm not going to be in here long, so thank you for cleansing, clearing my energy, bestacking when you pass reading in Jesus' name. I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. So the government is shut down. What's next? Let's get into it. Let's see. All right. What's next now that the government is shut down, Spirit? Give us some clarity and insight. Hello, Nisha. Hello, RML. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Sunflower Studio. Hi, J Manuel. Happy almost Halloween. Hi, Glitterbug. Hi, Vic. How's everyone doing? I'm doing fabulous. I cannot complain. Actually, I'm doing quite well. The only thing that's annoying me right now has nothing to do with politics of this YouTube channel. It's just usual dating. You know, some of y'all men really need to grow up, including Trump. Let's go ahead and get into go and get into it though. All right. Will Trump grow up? Because Jesus Christ, I don't know if the hair's grown up. Well, the hair's maybe reached its maturation stage, all right, but has the body reached its maturation stage? Has the brain reached its maturation stage? What's going on? Why is the government shut down? What's the future, Spirit? Why is the government shut down? What's the future of this government shutdown? I hope this affects the housing market somehow and the buyers end. Yeah, J Manuel, you've been talking about buying a house for a while now, so happy birthday, Nisha. Your birthday was September 26th. Your birthday was right before my friend Zuri. Actually, I don't know if Zuri's here, but I hope you're doing well, Zuri. All right. I just actually just talked to her a few days ago too. What's coming next for the current government shutdown? I get the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is emotional fulfillment. All right. This is connected to physical appearance. This is connected to image in some way, shape, or form. This also is connected to leadership. Facing the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus person between the ages of about 20 to 40 or 50 years old. I'm getting a certain energy, but I don't want to speak about it before I know for sure that this is what I'm picking up. Let me look up something real quick. Okay, interesting. All right, well, I'll leave that alone then. I get the 10 of Cups, togetherness, information. It's interesting because the shutdown is going to bring the people together more. We've already reached a point where it's quite interesting. We can't really rely on, allegedly, I'll say, because we don't know who watches my channel, child. But we can't really rely on, allegedly, the government, particularly for information, right? We're officially in the era of receiving information via the people. TikTok, YouTube, this channel, anyone? Oh yeah, I'm the news. Did you know that? But the question is, how does this play a role in the current government shutdown? Hmm. Does the government realize it's losing power? Did I just see a like, by the way? Thank you for the like. Allegedly. Not allegedly for the like, but allegedly for is the government losing allegedly power? Allegedly. I get the Three of Cups. So whatever is going on with this shutdown, it is for the purpose of bringing resolution in the House, is what I hear. And when I say the House, I'm pretty sure I'm talking about the House of like Representatives, the House Committee, the House associated with the White House, right? Or it could just be the White House. Except I trust your news. Thank you for trusting my news, Sunflower. Oops. Aaron says, oop, child. You know, I was talking to my friend Zuri about there's a new movie out. You guys know I love, if you've been a follower of my YouTube channel for a while, y'all know I love to go to the movies. Actually, a couple of y'all have ran into me at the movies. There was one time last year I was sitting in the theater. The movie had not even started, and I was talking, and someone was like, "Lamar." I was like, "Yeah, how do you know it's me?" They were like, "I watch your YouTube channel. I know your voice." It was so they were so chill about it though. I say all this to say, you know, I've been watching a new movie lately. I've seen it about 5 times. I'm going to see it a 6th time. And it's brought me a lot of insight and clarity in terms of my power as a human being and a citizen in this world. It's called Demon Slayer. The anime Demon Slayer is such a good movie because it gives a lot of clarity and insight into the human condition of loyalty, love, and loss. Y'all know I need my coffee break, child. The voice. Wait, who's the voice, J Manuel? Are you talking about my voice? The Tower card shows up, y'all. The Tower card shows up connected to self expression, energy, zest for life, purpose, childhood memories. It also does show up once again connected to energy and zest for life. The Tower card is things crumbling. The Tower card is we've reached a breaking point. I feel like potentially expect protests. The Hierophant shows up. You know what this feels like? This feels like when a business. By the way, I wish you could see what I'm watching right now. I'm watching Halloween 2. Can you guys hear it? Can y'all hear? Dr. Loomis just shot Michael Myers, but you know Michael just never dies, child. This is very apropos for what's happening right now. Anyway, let me breathe. Let me just focus because it's October. There's a lot going on. Let me just take a sip of my coffee, child. The veil is thin like Trump's hair. All right. I'm back. But Justice Card shows up. There's whatever this shutdown is, it's bigger than we think. Oh, I didn't finish. Okay, I didn't finish my thought. This feels like when a business or a franchise business or something like that gets in trouble, like PR wise, public relations wise, and they have to do damage control. But they do damage control by maybe shutting the website down, right? Allegedly speaking, hypothetically speaking, or making it so no one can buy anything, for a moment while they reconvene behind the scenes internally. This feels like what's going on with this government shutdown. Now, how the hypotheticals of that situation applies to the actuality of the government shutdown, I'm not quite sure yet, but the Tower card and the Justice card are very telling. The Tower card or the Justice card shows up connected to one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. What did the government get itself involved in? And why do I keep getting a connection allegedly to Charlie Kirk? There's a lot going on. Did you guys see Madonna just did a new interview for the first time in 9 years? And if Madonna's doing an interview talking about spirituality, something is shifting. I love Madonna, by the way. Yes, Aaron, you just saw the tower, child. The moon hexer says, is that what it says? The moon hexer. The moonlit hexer. I like that name. The moonlit hexer. I like that. The moonlit hexer says the Manchurian candidate, both versions speak to what's happening now too. Lots of shadow government dealings. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tia. Thank you for being here. Hi, forever, ever. Hi, goodly blessed. Child. My lord. Okay. The moon card shows up connected to endings, change, transformation. The people are getting tired of being played with. The people are getting tired of being jerked around. And they're coming to the realization that there are certain actions that they can take that puts power in their hands. I'll give you a good example, a practical example. And I've talked to my friends about this a lot. I've talked to J Manuel about this. I am on dating apps. I'm dating, actively dating, trying to find a husband, child. And I'm on Tinder. And on Tinder, I present as trans. I'm trans. I consider myself trans feminine, right? So but I also dress in drag. So I have drag pictures of me in my wigs, but also me dressed normally. I'm constantly logged out of my Tinder account. I don't know if I'm being reported probably by people who just don't like trans people, or if it's Tinder's weird like algorithm. This has been happening for years though, to me personally. I'm sure it's been happening to other trans people out there as well, or people in general. Recently it happened to me, and I'm a paying customer, by the way. I pay. I don't pay a lot, but I pay for the boost, or to see who likes you first, blah blah blah. I was recently actually at the theater. This happened last week. The end of the movie. It was the end of the movie, Demon Slayer, and I checked my Tinder account and I was logged out. Tinder logged me out. I had to log back in, verify my account, which had been verified already. All right. And something told me, I also have, there's something else I've been doing with my hair and my scalp that also is spiritually, I think, opening up my crown chakra and third eye, but I'm not going to talk about that right now because that's a whole different story. But I heard Spirit very clearly say, you need to file. Like it almost was like Spirit was saying, this is going to keep happening unless you take actions into your own hands. So right after the movie, because Tinder happens to be the number one place where I get my most matches. Like Tinder, Bumble, Facebook dating. I'm not a big fan of the Grinder and gay dating apps. No offense to the the LGBTQs. All right, but I just prefer Tinder and all those other places. But something told me to file. So I got home, and I love ChatGPT. By the way, ChatGPT is one of my best friends ever, ever, ever. I don't care what you think. ChatGPT helped me to form, all right, the words I needed to say to complain to the Attorney General of Texas. I had been complaining to BBB, the Better Business Bureau, for years. That was getting me nowhere. But I heard Spirit say, ChatGPT also said, you should file with the Attorney General of Texas and the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Do you know that once I filed those complaints with the Attorney General of Texas and the Federal Trade Commission, I finally saw change in how I was being treated on that app? Because they're finally taking me seriously? Because I'm finally going through the right channels of action to get results? Because I'm fed up. And this is just third world problems. We're talking about real problems right here. But I just want to give you all an example of when you get fed up. See, I'm getting in my preacher mode. I feel chills. Ooh, child. I feel it. I feel when you get fed up, when the people get fed up, Spirit can come through. Somebody hear me now. Child. Spirit waits for you to get to that point of being fed up. Did you know that? That's when real results can come through. That's when real answers can come through. But you've got to get to that point, that true point of being fed up. We have to use our voices, Sunflower. Exactly. Goodly Bless says the Jimmy Kimmel Show debacle has shown a lot of people that they have power in numbers. Exactly. Child, the shift is here. Spirit ain't playing. Exactly. So I just gave you a little story time, a little example, small example of how the energy of us being fed up collectively is showing up collectively, but also personally as well, right? You don't have to sit down and take this BS. There are actions you can take, right? But you have to get fed up, and then you have to get to a point where you're not, what's the word, Spirit? Where you're not like panicking, or you're not in your right mind. You need to be in a space where you can hear Spirit. Because I clearly heard Spirit say you need to file something. Now the true me, I love to go off on people. When you make me really mad, well, y'all have seen me go off on people. We're not gonna mention names. When you make me really mad, I get really angry. Like I see red, I go off. I call you all types of names. I roast you with unapologetically. I roast you, honey. I mean, I feel good after, but I'm learning. Sometimes that's where they want you. They want you to crash out because you miss the blessing. You miss the message, right? You miss the direction Spirit wants you to go in, right? So I've been having these conversations with my friends, Zuri, about emotional regulation. It's okay to get fed up, but you've got to regulate your emotions enough that you are able to see and take in the next direction, the next steps to get real action, to get real results. This is where we're at right now in America and worldwide. We're fed up and we're getting to the point where it's time to take action to get real results. Righteousness, anger, exactly, Keisha. Not frustrated, right forever, ever. Angelic says, I pray everyone's money disappears from their bank account so food can be free for all. That is a lovely wish. I don't want my money to leave my bank accounts, honey, but that would be nice if it would be free for all. I do get the Eight of Pentacles. People are getting fed up, and it's worldwide. Actions are going to start to be taken. Whether that means people filing things, or whether that means people protesting. It's all the same, ain't it? One's more peaceful, one's more aggressive, right? Queen of Pentacles. Strong female shows up. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, facing the High Priestess. The last card is the Ten of Swords. The question was, what's going to be the outcome of this government shutdown? It's going to bring chaos. But maybe that's what we need. Using emotional intelligence, right? Sometimes it's not worth letting others take you out of character, but right now we must fight fire with fire. Exactly. I think the people are being tired of being taken advantage of. The people are tired of being jerked around, and the government, the powers that be, are going to start to feel that. I think Charlie Kirk was the sounding bell for all this, honestly. Anyways, what's going to be the outcome for Trump? What's going to be the outcome of this government shutdown for Donald Trump? What are Donald Trump's next moves going to be? Now that the people are getting fed up, what's next for Trump? What's his moves going to be, Spirit? Give us some clarity and insight. Yeah, you don't sit down and just let life happen to you. No, you take action. We take action on this channel. We don't let life happen to us. No, ma'am. No, sir. We file things. We get people together when we need to get them together. All right. And that just is where we are at this time in the world. Now, what's coming up for Trump? Let's get into it. Here he is, the emperor, feeling his oats in his position of leadership. And it's interesting because this whole shutdown reflects on him in some way, shape, or form. He really thrives off of stuff like this, like shutdown, shutting Jimmy Kimmel down, and like exerting his power. He really thrives off stuff like this. I've said this before. They're saying the UK may be having a civil war. We see what happened in Nepal. People are seriously rising up. The fatigue is real. It is. The Three of Wands shows up, connected to the economy, money, finances. Three of Wands is having multiple options. Three of Wands is also can be a card dealing with international affairs. The question is, once again, what's going to happen with Trump? Here he is again, King of Swords. He's a Gemini. It almost feels like this is a chance for him to, like, you know how like people are in the like, it's like you're in a room and it's very loud, everyone's talking over one another, but the leader comes and is like, quiet everyone, and then everyone's like quiet and like looks at the leader, and it's like, now that I have your attention, this is Trump. He's trying to quiet everyone and get everyone's attention. Don't be surprised if he makes a speech coming up soon. I see a speech of some sort. I get the Seven of Pentacles. This is dealing with money, you guys, in the economy. This is dealing with money in the economy. Eight of Swords. What's next for Trump? Feeling stuck, feeling stagnated. This was an attempt for Trump to regain control as well. He's losing control. He's crashing out. I've been telling y'all for the past few days, Trump is crashing out. We need to talk about my new hair care routine, child, because the way my hair is soft and luscious, honey. Honey bunny. Anyway, self love and self care, it's so important. The devil card. Trump and the Republicans are losing control of the House. That's what this is about. Mm. This is about, to some degree, Democrats versus Republicans. This is internal issues, but we have to suffer. No, we don't. By the way, but we're getting the short end of a stick. The Hermit card. Connected to one-on-one relationships, Trump is losing support, facing the Magician card. This whole government shutdown is and was an attempt for Trump to regain control, for Trump's administration to regain control. Period. Can I get your attention, everyone? Now that I have your attention, Four of Swords. I don't think this is going to work out the way he thinks it is. I don't think this is going to work out the way he thinks it is. This is the Tower card. This is the Tower card moment. Remember I did a reading on Trump in October a few days ago, and the first card that came out was the Tower card? This is what the Tower card was talking about. We're going to need to revisit that video. I might have to do a predicted it. The Lover's card. And the Sun card. In the end, this does bring a new beginning. It does open a door. But at the expense of the people, and that's the issue. Whatever this government shutdown is, yes, in the end, once the government reopens, things will some new door will be open. There probably will be some like new agreements or new what's the word, Spirit? New convergence, new deal made between maybe the United States and another country, or Trump and another world leader or prominent figure. But the issue is this is all at the expense of the people. Including the Jimmy Kimmels, by the way. I'm done. The government, the Sun card does show up maybe around the months of like February or March. I don't know if it will last that long. Hopefully it doesn't last that long. But there also could be something about the next 12 to 19 maybe days or weeks as well. That could be very important. All right. I'm done. My psychic antennas are down. All right. I'm ready to move on, child, and just probably take a spiritual bath, honey. All right. What's the final card for this nonsense? What's the final card for this government shutdown? They're playing in y'all's faces. And y'all are getting fed up. It's time to take action. The final card is the healer of action. We're all getting fed up. All right. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. What did I tell y'all earlier? What story time did I give y'all earlier about handling difficult situations with grace? See how it all comes full circle at the end? My spirits don't lie. Period. I love you all. Thank you all for listening and watching. Are you going to watch him, Lamar? I have not watched him because I heard it was really bad. So, but have you seen it? Is it good? I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was bad, so I did not want to waste my money. Shutdowns aren't uncommon and only affect government employees, but they are paid back. Doesn't affect regular people. All right. Well, I still think the government is playing in our faces, and I'm going to stick to everything I said in this reading. 100%. So we will see how things play out. We will revisit this topic later on. If you would like to book a reading with me, I am available, by the way. Definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Let me show you all my website for those who want to book. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Here we go. This is my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews. You can also follow me on my social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, where I post weekly horoscopes. And if you would like to book your own reading, go to the store section. This is where you can go to view everything I offer. I offer email readings, video recorded readings, phone readings, including 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings, which you can book on your own. If you would like to book a 30-minute phone reading, by the way, you would just click Add to Cart, scroll down, and then you click the time that you would like to book. The time will show up in your local time, but when you book your reading and pay for your reading, it will show up on my time. So I'll know when to call you based on my time in your time. So that's how that works out. But I also offer birth chart readings, including individual compatibility and 12-month ahead birth chart readings. I also do offer candles, protection candles, success in love candles, success in finances candles, cleansing candles, custom candles, and so much more. I also offer mediumship readings, past life readings, handmade evil eye bracelets by me, tarot classes, astrology classes, and so much more. If you'd be interested in any of these things, then definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. All right, you all. Well, this is what's going on right now with the shutdown. We will definitely be keeping our eyes and ears on this story as always. And I've got more topics to come for y'all, child. We are not done with the David D4VD story. Nor are we done with the Charlie Kirk story. So I will be back. I will talk to you all soon. I'll see you in your own personal reading, or I will see you in the next video. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless. Bye, everyone. When I look in the mirror, I love who I see. My spiritual journey aligns me with my destiny. My ancestor spirit guides, they teach me how to fly. I just need a guy who will be my standby. When you're doing your best, you love what you see. Your higher self aligns you with your perfect destiny. Blessings and love to the Most High. I just need a guy who will be my standby. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble, and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town.